Harry Harlow, a developmental psychologist, is considered by many to have made the largest contribution since Freud in studying how early life situations and contact affect adulthood.
Freud believed that the connection between mother and child is formed because the mother provides the milk that keeps the child alive. The bond is strengthened throughout the years as the mother continues to provide for the child and fill the child's basic needs. However, throughout the study, Harlow said to prove the love and affection are basic needs that are just as strong or even stronger than those of thirst or hunger.
Harlow, who had worked with rhesus monkeys in the past, chose to experiment with love and attachment since it is unethical to conduct the study with human children. The attachment behavior patterns exhibited by human babies and baby monkeys are very similar. Therefore, the knowledge obtained in this experiment while it was tested with monkeys did in fact apply to human children. As well, to test his theory, Harlow and his associates decided to build different types of experimental surrogate monkey mothers. The first experimental monkey mother was built of a wooden body covered in rubber terry cloth and contained a light bulb to give off a warmth. The second was made of wire mesh so that the infant can cling to it. The experiment consisted of 3 parts.
In the first group, a cloth mother provided no food, while the wire mother did, in the form of an attached baby bottle containing milk. In the second group, the cloth mother provided food, while the wire mother did not. By using these 2 groups, Harlow could separate the influence of feeding from the influence of comfort. In part 2 of the experiment, Harlow tested the baby monkey's comfort zones. Common knowledge tells us that when children are afraid, they seek out the comfort of their mothers. The baby monkeys were introduced to an object or an event that would cause a fearful reaction, and they were observed to see which experimental mother they sought for comfort.
In Part 3, Harlow presents the monkeys with several objects in an unfamiliar room, and most circumstances the monkeys would explore the new objects. The monkeys, regardless of the mother they were raised with, were split into 3 groups. One group was placed in a room with a cloth mother present, another group was placed in a room with a wire mother present, and the last group was placed in a room with no mother present at all. The idea was to examine the tendency of monkeys to adapt and explore the strange situation.
The results were these. In part 1 of the experiment, it was clear that the monkeys referred to the cloth mother, even the monkeys who received milk from the wire mother. Those who received their milk from the wire mother would also cling to the cloth mother, only to leave for the short time it took them to feed, and they would return to the cloth mother. When the monkeys were startled and frightened, they would run to the cloth mother and cling to it for comfort. In part 3 of the experiment, when the baby monkeys were in the end room with the cloth mother, they would adapt and play with the objects. However, when they were placed in the same room without the cloth mother present, they would freeze with fear and would cry or suck their thumbs. The behavior exhibited by the baby monkeys and their strong preference for both the cloth mother, regardless of whether it provided food or not, proves the importance of contact and comfort in the developmental of close attachment up until this point. It was thought that the mother will always have a stronger connection to the child because it was believed that her presence in nursing were the most important thing to the child. Now that has been discovered that comfort is also overwhelmingly important. It is clear that the mother and father are equally capable in participating in the rearing of infants. The findings have also fueled the hope that children who have been adopted can attach to their new parents through contact and feeling of comfort.
The results were these. In part 1 of the experiment, it was clear that the monkeys referred to the cloth mother. Even the monkeys received milk from the wire mother. Those who received their milk from the wire mother would also cling to the cloth mother, only to leave for the short time it took them to feed, and then they would return to the cloth mother. When the monkeys were startled and frightened, they would run to the cloth mother and cling to it for comfort and protection.
Many criticize Harlow's work because of the ethics of performing such experiments on infant monkeys. The baby monkeys from the study were monitored as they continued to develop, and those who were subjected to the experiment without the comfort of the cloth mother became mentally unwell. They engaged in stereotyped behaviors such as clutching themselves and rocking constantly back and forth. They also exhibited excessive and misdirected aggression, but while the ethics of the experiment are questionable, there is no doubt that Harlow's findings have influenced the way we raise and care for our children today. In addition, it has offered encouragement and optimism that non-maternal caregivers are perfectly able to be effective parents, and many causes no feel more comfortable assuming larger roles in the parenting process.